Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. Last we left off, we were facing a fiery threshold, but I did want to take a moment to kind of explain some of what's going on here. You may notice this resources panel at the bottom. Now, normally you start off with pretty much 0 all around, but because this was a save that I imported from another Mass Effect 2 game, I'm getting a whole bunch of these elements here, and a bunch of credits. These will become important later. You will want to have these resources up, and it's always good to have money. But we have some fire to go through. Run! There we go. Okay.
You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got men closing in on my position.
That does not sound good. Uh-oh.
All allied force casualty.
I believe on harder difficulties, those actually get up and attack you.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. The initial results show promise.
And yeah, I was just shooting that for the heck of it.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Don't we all with our bosses? And this here, a wall safe, you bypass. They've instead of having a tech score that's really high, this is based literally on a little bit of a mini-game. In this particular instance, you match the symbols. You have to do it quickly before you run out of time up here. Yeah, complete all circuits before you run out of time to bypass the security. So, you find out which looks like which, and go from there. So these two match. Okay. And no, I am not great at this. But fortunately, early on, they give you a lot of leeway. So now I just got another 975 credits. Yay! So this room is a good practice room. I always recommend, because you're really not on a timer here. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh! Damn you!
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old Ice Queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Huh. Sounds like he really does not like his job. What's...
What the hell?
Gotta hurt! System failing. Systems failure.
What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
And who are you?
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it!
You've been stationed here for damn it?
Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access.
Huh.
Gotta get you out of here, Shepard.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
2 years?
That's I'm having trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
What about everyone else?
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
So, similarly to Mass Effect 1, you have access to your companion's abilities, and you can direct them to do certain things. In this particular instance, this tutorial wants you to use his biotics to kill off the mechs. If you don't, they'll actually just keep coming. So, just to kind of show what's going on here, and show off some of Shepard's new abilities, here's Shockwave.
Target down!
Yeah,
Falling back.
they're dead.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me. How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean, cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
Uh-huh.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Huh.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it, what they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Well, I suppose that answers a good chunk of the questions that I have for now.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get her out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Yeah, who is that?
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Alright, good plan. As a side note, a nice little detail. If you zoom in and aim, your party members will duck. It is useful. So I'm gonna reload. That way I have full ammo going into this next room. Boy, this is kind of creepy.
Did Been spotted.
Uh-oh.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is full.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Come on over.
Impact event.
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned down. I'll see what I can do.
Don't get pinned down, he says. Well, we should be fine.
They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh, God! I'm hit! They shot me!
Welcome to the club, buddy. I'm sorry, I'm being really cold-hearted here. Ah, yes. Another room over here. Something that does show that you kind of want to... There was something else, wasn't there? Well.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who she was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter her identity in any way, if she's somehow not the woman she used to be, the Lazarus project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
So I suppose that kind of answers that. A valuable log to have watched.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
Huh.
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Okay. Alright, so apparently I'm adding him to my team. And I'm using Unity.
Wilson.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
Wow, you're sounding awfully defensive for an accusation we never made. But he brings up a very good question. Why do you have mech clearance?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe and then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did she wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor.
Wow.
But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few...
We can overload the canisters to clear a path.
As a side note, it's very interesting how quickly he changes his tune when you point out the flaw in his logic. Overload! Oh wait, that's not overload. Oh, he's got overload.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if she's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Cerberus? Huh. You remember Cerberus, don't you? The experiments, the little hovels and everything that we found where they were experimenting on corpses and strange creatures. Yeah, that sounds kind of fucking familiar.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it.
I'm
the
sure there
Alliance
is.
declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything.
I doubt he'll
promise.
explain everything. But I like Jacob.
Elusive man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Yeah, well, I'm not interested in working for Cerberus.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I am not working with terrorists.
You
Agreed.
can tell it to the boss. But after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
Yeah. And then... Again, you don't want to be rushing through, so hacking. This is another game mechanic. And I hate this one. You have to try and find these code segments and highlight them. And I'm a little bit out of practice with this one, but hopefully this shouldn't go too poorly. There are 3 of them in a row, usually, that you have to get, and you want to avoid the blocked out segments, otherwise you will fail the hack. Okay. Now, sometimes it's not always on the screen, and you do have another timer. Hey. That worked out well enough. So now I have access to the datapad, which got me another 900 credits. These are very important skills to have. Figuring out how to do the hacking. They will make your job a lot easier. Or your playthrough, or whatever else you're doing.
They've seen us.
Oh, joy. Get to cover, get to cover. Now, this is where I love using the the shockwave skill.
Nice trip!
Because it does that. Makes it a lot easier.
On target!
But sticking to cover is always a good idea. As I kind of learned the hard way while trying to figure out the controls for the combat here.
Please reconsider your aggressive attitude.
Alright, let's do this again. Shockwave!
Impact.
Whoa! Well, I didn't mean to do that, but...
Proximity warning. Hostile forces have engaged.
Hey, that worked. Nice. Just making sure that I'm not missing. Oh, and if you want to sprint, you hold down the space button. Okay, so there's nothing over here that I need to see. Oh, although reloading the ammo is always a good idea. And here's again another example of...
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus project will proceed as planned.
That sounds pretty bad. So again, another chance to practice your bypassing and hacking skills. Yee. Okay, I'm forgetting where everything is now. As you can see, again, I'm not so great at it. It was a little bit easier just having Tally around. And back to this one. This one's actually a little bit easier for me, I think, sometimes. Depending on what comes up. There we go. Alright, can we get the one I need? That would be great. And oh, fuck. Ah! That was close. Alright. And on that note, I'm just about out of time for this installment of Let's Play Mass Effect 2. I hope to see you next time, where we make our way to the shuttles and hopefully out of here. Jacob, what are you doing? What are you doing to Wilson? Leave Wilson alone. That is not necessary. Hope to see you then.